You can tell how cold it is in here. So it's a new video. It's -2 outside. It's beginning of January. I couldn't do any filming yesterday because it absolutely reeked in here because of that painting. Quite a smell, and I've only done it rough, so I've not used any 2-pack, but I just thought I'd get some. If you look at the top, it's got black on it, so from here I put what do you call it, hammerite on it, and I were actually surprised that the solvent, I used solvent base coat, I didn't use water base coat because I'd never dry this stuff. So out here I had the heater on, and I got it to about, what, 14 degrees. It's 5 degrees in here now, and I sprayed it on. I were expecting it to crack up, and it never cracked up, so that's a bonus, that, because normally when you've got solvents and things like that, they start, when they attack each other, different solvents with different products, they start cracking up and stuff like that. But I've never had any of that, so I were happy about that. So I only did that because I did it as a Simpsons Classics, where it paint under there. I've done the sides, I'll show you in a minute, so that you can have a look. The only thing I'm bothered about is my masking's a bit rubbish down in bottom corner down there, but it'll get flatted down. It's going to get painted again, because I want to just flat it all down and give it a coat of paint, because I didn't do it to this line here, and I want to do it to that line. I want to paint underneath here, which I didn't get a chance to do because of the subframe that's in, but I just wanted to get some paint on it, and then I can get this what do you call it, welded in scuttle panel. Now yesterday I searched high and low, and I even went on DB mini forum on Facebook and asked them, because I'd lost everything from there. So the last video you saw me do, I couldn't remember where I put them, and then it was middle at night, and I woke up and I thought, I know where they are, so I had to get out of bed and come into the garage, and I found them, and it's sort of, I relaxed after that, because you cannot get those. So they sit down in the bottom there, and the ECU slides into it like that. Can't remember. So that's the they go like that, something like that. Yeah, something like that. And obviously you can buy those, but luckily I found them. They were just on my dehumidifier right behind me, and I've straightened those up as well. I just put them on a vise and give them a bit of an hammering. So I'm going to reuse those. I'm not using the other ones. I'll use the other ones inside the car because they're a bit bigger for carpet. But so I'm just going to clean these up and weld these back on in the place. So what I'll probably do is screw that into there. I think it goes like that. Screw that into, no, it doesn't go like that. I think it goes like that. So that goes into there. We'll figure it out. I'll put it back on there. So it's still got its pit in there, but I said to you, I'm not going to fill it all up. Still got pit in here. I'm not going to fill it up because it's pointless. They'll look really nice when they're cleaned up, but then the brake thing goes there. That's covered up. Look really nice. But I want to paint under there as well, because I don't like, there's no paint underneath all that. So you can see the black and then the green. It don't look too bad. And then once I've got the thing on, I need to see if I can spray some hammerite up in the top of here. And I've also done along here. I've still got some bolts to buy for there to weld them back on. I just haven't got round to it. And then there, some hammerite, bit of rust coming back there. So before I start putting this scuttle panel on, I'm going to have to sort that out.
And there we have it. I've got some new bolts. So there's the, finally, let's get this torch right. Finally, it's not right good seeing here, but finally the ECU box, should I say bracket, is in place. That's unreal. So the bolt that I put on it, the welding's a bit spitty, a bit crap. First time I've ever done a bolt. So I've got another one to put there, and then I've got some to put around where the vents are. So I've got them ready, and I'm going to get those on now. But that looks good. Bolts welded in. I've just re-prepped that for some epoxy. I still haven't put the tabs on, so I need to do that now. Right, tabs are welded in. So before I start priming it up again, I've scotched it ready. It's obviously bare metal there where I've just welded a bolt in, because when I took, there's like a fuse, a yellow fuse that sits, that a bracket sits on there, and that were just gone when I stripped it. So I've just welded a bolt on it, but I drilled that hole because obviously there's one there and there isn't one on there, but to me that hole isn't big enough. So what I'm going to do, this is nearly ready for the bin now, this, so I'm gonna cut that out, obviously leave those in, and then I'm gonna put it onto the panel, and then I can see how big the hole is, and then I'll just grind it out, because to me that hole's not big enough. It just looks weird, and then I've got to prime it all up again. I'm glad I've done all that. That's okay. Right, so I'm going to get that done now. So I've just put the front end back on, the wings. Now I've encountered something different. So when I set it up before and took that inner wing out, front wing off, and I put that new inner wing in, I put it to where it was marked out, so I marked it out. So I put the new inner wing in and I put the wing back on, and I marked it all out. Now the front panel doesn't match up to the wing now. I'll just show you. So the gap looks it looks exactly the same each side, you know, even with that new hinge. So the gap looks good each side. The gap's really tight there, nice. This side doesn't. I might have to take that weld out there and see if the front panel will come up a bit before I do anything. So I sort of marked off where they were. That's there and that's there. That's where it were before. Same again there, they're all in the same spots. That wing fit really nice. So looks like I'm back at the fettling stage. But you know, when you open that, it looks good, especially all things, and I've made that hole bigger, so it's the same size as that one now.